Hello, welcome to Slashers, and I'm Gript here, and welcome back to my channel. Now for today's video, I have a review for you guys. I will be reviewing the Puppet Master Littlest Reich, which you guys may have seen my video on, giving my thoughts on it, and apparently it's available to stream. That's right, if you want to see this movie yourself, you could find it somewhere video on demand. They have it on Amazon Prime, they have it on YouTube. I think they have it on Vudu, but the Blu-ray and DVD copies won't be coming out until September, which is a bummer, but it's alright. At least they have it available video on demand. So, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and review it for you guys. I want to start this review off by saying that this movie is set in a totally different universe. That is right, it is not set in the same universe as the original Puppet Master films. This is in its own universe, and yeah, it's quite a bit different, and I'm about to explain how. It plays as a reboot, but in a sense it's so much more. Instead of Toulon and the puppets being against the Nazis, they are Nazis. That is right. Toulon is a Nazi, and he designs the puppets to be as so. With this said, they go after minorities and like Jewish people, because there are a few in this movie, just to let you guys know. Pretty interesting change. That's what I'm talking about. Set in a totally different universe. So if you saw this movie and you're like, you know, it isn't true to the Puppet Master movie, they made all these changes. This movie is set in a different universe, and it's not the same compared to the original movies. Just so you guys know. But I want to get off the top of my head some of the minor things I do like. To start off, I really like the soundtrack in this movie. It's, you know, Puppet Master is, it kind of has like a Puppet Master vibe to it, while also kind of being its own thing. Another thing that I want to mention is the puppets designs. I really like the way the puppets were designed in this movie. And some of them, like, pretty much just stayed the same, like Torch and Pinhead, while the other ones had drastic changes. Pinhead does still have his name though, unlike all the other puppets. Blade, I'm not exactly sure what his name is, but, you know, I forgot Torch's name. I forgot what they call him in the movie, but his name isn't Torch anymore. Just so you guys know, his name is different. There's also a fair share of new puppets that, in my opinion, were pretty cool additions to this movie. I do like some of the new puppets that they added. Another thing, the puppet special effects. In my opinion, they're the greatest in a Puppet Master movie ever. These effects that they used for the puppets were just overall amazing, and I really like it. Just overall, the special effects in this movie in general were pretty good. You know, looked like they kind of strayed away from the CGI kills that the Puppet Master films are mostly known for, which is good. But the kills do come with drawbacks, as some of the kills, in my opinion, just looked really cheap and fake, while some of them just really looked amazing. I thought the filmography wasn't all that bad, but at times it wasn't all that great, and the writing was pretty bad sometimes too. I wasn't too big of a fan with some of the writing in this movie, and I'm about to explain why. I don't know if they did some major editing, or I don't know what the deal is, but like, I think about 10 minutes in, this new girl gets introduced into the story, and I guess it's like a childhood friend of his sister or something. I'm not entirely sure, but she gets introduced and they go on a walk, and then it cuts, and then, I don't know, they're like, he's at dinner with his parents, and then it cuts to him at his job, and the girl shows up and gives him a kiss like they're fucking dating or something. Like, what the fuck? Like, I was confused. I went back and watched, and what, did I miss something? I thought it's just not that great. So like I said, I think they did some editing and they just left out like a major, they just left something out. I know they did, because it just doesn't go together right. And then like throughout the movie they're acting all like a couple and stuff, and I'm really confused. Plus the main character, which this isn't a spoiler, but the main character apparently just got through a divorce. Like, what? Dude, bad writing. I'm about to mention something else that could be taken as a good thing or a bad thing, depending on how you really feel about it. Numerous different characters get introduced for about a few seconds, then they die. And really what this is for is to show that these puppets are starting to come to life, and they're killing the people that are going to sell them off, because there's going to be an auction and these people are selling their puppets off, and so they're coming to life and they're murdering the people that are going to auction them off. And they're just introduced for, like I said, a few seconds, then they die. And like I said, it could be a bad thing for people who feel irritated that they're introducing all these nameless people, then they die. But a good thing for the kills, because there's some pretty good kills that came out of this. But there was a really fake one with Torch. Like, there's one that just looked really fake, where he's just burning them, and you could tell that it's just a statue and they're not moving or anything, and it looks so fucking bad. It just wasn't all that great. But besides that, I think all the other kills were pretty decent that came out of this, like maybe like 1-2 minute segment. I'm not sure how long it went for, but I just know that it was going on for a while, and then they eventually cut back to the main character. I'm trying to think of other things that I either liked or didn't really care for in this movie, but I can't really think of much else. Overall, this movie is just alright. Yeah, at times the kills weren't that great, but other times they were pretty kick-ass, and the puppet design and the special effects for the puppets were pretty goddamn great. And that's something to definitely appreciate in this movie. And this is set in a totally different universe, and it's kind of showed at the end of this movie that there's gonna be more of this. There's gonna be they're gonna continue this story, which I'm alright with. I just want them to make the next one better, because for me, this movie in some aspects was just lackluster, and the writing, in my opinion, wasn't that great. And I feel like the writing could have been done a lot better. And yeah, I just hope that they do an even better job with the next one. I'm gonna rate this now. I'm gonna give this a rating. Honestly, I think this movie deserves a 6.5 out of 10. That is right. This movie isn't bad, but it wasn't the greatest movie either. And for me, there's just a lot of flaws that if they actually decide to go on with another movie, I think that I really hope that they fix these problems, because for me, it bothered me, some of these issues, and I want them to succeed in the next movie, because like I said, this movie was alright. It wasn't bad, and there are some things I really liked about this movie, but there's a lot of things that irritated me too. And I will say though, this movie is entertaining. It really was entertaining, and I did enjoy watching it. There's just things that I didn't like about it. If you guys enjoyed, be sure to like and subscribe to join the Sinners Deposit family and become a slasher, and share, as sharing really helps the channel. Especially share this video. I really appreciate all the support, and I will see you on the next video. Thanks for watching. Peace.
He never coming back no more. This is your life, you were not